everybody, it's Becky. I am taking a break from doing chores, getting ready to work on my chapter, and I was just rummaging around Facebook and looking at posts in one of my Facebook groups, and it was talking about envy in the writing community. Specifically, there was an article on how to envy proof your writing life by the Right Now blog, the Right Now Coach blog. And it was a really nice article, and it really hit on a lot of different points. But the reaction that some of the people in the writing group had was not as pleasant as I would hope, especially since envy and the lack of confidence is actually very common in most creative fields, and ours is not an exception. So I wanted to talk about it because again, this is a subject that I hear a lot happening, but because it's so common, not everyone really wants to delve into it. I'm okay with it because I'm new, and maybe I haven't gotten hit with it enough for me to just be like, get it out of my face. So I'm gonna say this, and hopefully I won't have to speak about it a million more times. But if I do, oh well, this whatever. So the first thing is, I want to address why would a writer be envious of someone else, or what effect it could have. So in a creative field, I hear this a lot when I listen to resources like Jenna Russi, Kim Chance, things, and other basically not authorities, but people that have been in the field and basically give writing advice. I hear them saying, we're creative people, so of course we're going to be perfectionists when it comes to our writing work. But I think it's more than that. I think it's because we are so intricate when it comes to our art that it's not only us being critical of ourselves when we are producing the art and our execution of the art, but it's also in looking at other people and seeing them as higher than us. It's also how we view ourselves. The confidence isn't just going to be there, it's going to be in other places. So when we're trying to pursue the art, we may take a lot of time in trying to tweak it and make sure that it's perfect. And then other parts of our life begin to suffer. Things like hygiene, things like our jobs, things are like that. And then we start to lose confidence. And then because we don't get as immediate and as large of a return on our investments, time, money, whatever, attention, whatever, sanity, that's a big one. So when we don't get a big return on that, it's so much pressure because we should have gotten it because that guy got a big return. Because I just read a video and they look so polished and so together, and they look like they have all their ducks in a row and all that. It's okay because for the most part, you never know what's going on with that person behind the scenes. You never know if right before somebody went online that they had a crying fit, that they had an anxiety attack. You don't know. Me personally, I just got done, taking care of some stuff around the room, so I'm good. But I do have anxiety, I do have depression, I do have things like that. Again, I have a chronic disease, so you're not going to see me touting any sort of perfectionism. I'm pretty sure that the YouTubers and other writing resources are going to say the same thing, but you don't know that. When you're watching them and you're in the moment, you're just like, oh my God, they're so perfect, or oh my God, they're so much better than me. But it's also, oh my God, like Jenna Russi, she was able to get a lot of success on her first book. And of course she says, I am not the usual. I was able to get this, pretty quickly, and not a lot of people do that. That is not the norm. And she states that, but still, I even found myself when I was starting to write Blood on Holy Water, that I'm like, I want to get as much success as her. I can't do that. And none of you guys should either, whether you're writing, whether you're drawing, whether it's any of that. You cannot do that, because you're not going to be you're not going to be living your life. You're not going to be going towards your path. You're going to be going over there. You're going to be looking over here, or worse, you're going to be looking backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be your life that you're going to be leading. So any success that you have is not going to be based on you. It's going to be based on what you expect someone else to be getting and apply it to your life. It's not going to be that, because you're not considering your circumstances. You're not considering your health, your priorities. You're not going to be considering any of that. So what I think that people that are having this problem can do is actually just focus and be creative. And it seems silly to do that, but stay with me here. So when you're having an issue of being envious, you see something that's going on that is lacking. Okay, so if you're saying my business isn't going as far as I want it to, okay, so let's look at the pieces of your business that are lacking, and then you think creatively on what you can do to move forward. You know what I mean? So when you're thinking about, let's continue on the business aspect, you need to focus on your business like you would a CEO. And anything else in your life, you need to look at it as if that's a business and you're the CEO of it, because you are. If you're a writer, if you're an artist, if you're a web designer, if you're a fashion designer, you are the CEO of your business. So why in the hell are you treating it as if it's a hobby? If you want to get paid from this, you need to look at it as if you are the CEO of your brand, because you are. So that's the main thing that actually propelled me to be a lot more professional when it came to my writing. And I put a lot more man hours into my writing. And this is me speaking as a disabled single mom. And I was in college at the time. So I had to basically pull myself a whole bunch of different directions, but I still stayed focused. And at the time, I was in a relationship. And then right after that, I was getting out of the relationship. So I had to move back home. Like, I live with my parents. So you do what you need to do to move forward. But at the same time, you need to make sure that you understand that you are still the CEO, you are the chief executive officer of your brand. You go online. If you are having business issues, go online and see how CEOs frame their businesses. I bet you'll be able to find something like that, because I did. So it's very simple when you look at it from an objective frame of mind. So if you're having issues on trying to get yourself out of it, then step backwards. And if it's not, something in business, but I look at everything like that. I look at everything like what is helping me, what is hurting me. Because when someone that's in a business field is seeing an investment that is not working, they pull out of the investment. Whether lives are lost or people are screwed over, it doesn't matter. And you see that happening a lot, but you have to do that in your own life. If someone is hurting you, if some aspect of your life, your job, is not providing as good of a return as you need it to be, and this is where priorities come into play, because whether or not you like the job, if it's giving you what you're needing as far as your priorities, you shut up and you take it. So what I would say also, and this is another aspect that I wanted to really address, is the community naysayers. You have to really if it's not you and it's not your life, don't bother with it. Understand your priorities, and if you don't like what they're saying and you think they're being ridiculous or whatever, take yourself out, because you're taking away from your business by being negative. And I understand that a lot of times you can say something and have it in your mind mean nothing, but to someone else, they can go back to that spot, and at the same time, it has nothing to do with you. So why even say it? If you have something that you think is an important thing to say, like I'm saying something right now, and what I'm saying may be seen as abrasive, but my intention here is to help. So that's what I feel is important, and that's what I feel is a priority to me, because I am a someone that can give an objective opinion on something. I'm not saying I'm the shit, but I can say that I can basically be blunt and honest and be constructive at the same time. And not a lot of people have that skill. So I'm using my skill that I earned not only because of my schooling, but because of years of experience of giving advice and looking at people and seeing how they're acting within this. That's what I'm doing. So when someone is just saying something off the cuff and it's really abrasive and it doesn't really offer anything as far as constructive criticism, that to me tells me more about the person that's actually saying it than the person that's actually asking for the help. Because at least the person that's asking for help is realizing that their priority is not being addressed and they're asking for help. Or even someone that's offering something as a talking point, they're showing their priority as being community, reverence, things like that, coming together, unity, and talking about things. Someone that's being abrasive for no reason and offering nothing as far as a constructive criticism, that tells me that that person is having a lot of envy. That's what I'm saying. You need to check yourself check your own house before you start coming at people backwards. Because I'm the first one that'll tell you, if you start coming at me backwards, that you need to check yourself before you come over here, because I'm not having it. And that's because I've been in these situations so many times and I know how to defend myself. Not everyone does. And not everyone knows how to handle this. And that's why I'm hoping that this video will help somebody, because this is a really crazy world that we're living in. And I'm not going to get into anything specific because it's neither here nor there. And I'm not going to, basically feed into any of it. And that's the point I'm making. My priorities are not based in who's president. My priorities are not based in the economic situation. And even though I have my own opinions on it, it's neither here nor there. So my priority is based on my work ethic and what I need to do. Because regardless of what's going on in our world, my work ethic is going to be here. My memory, my skill set, all of that's going to be here. And I need to make sure that it stays. So, and that's what I want everyone to understand. Whether you're the one being envious directly and asking for help, whether you're the one that's looking at people that are whining and complaining about not being good enough, and like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you, better? Why aren't you understanding this easier? It's an elementary concept. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because if you're saying this an elementary concept, why are you bothering with it? Why are you bothering with it? If you think it's an elementary concept, then why are you bothering with it? To me, it's not elementary. It's more so, it's misguided. It's not elementary because not many people understand this, especially if you're new in a creative field. It's not that simple. Okay, and you don't know unless you are a veteran of the business and you've been writing. Even if you're not in the business, you've been perfecting your craft for years. That's me. I haven't been in the business long, but I've been perfecting my craft for 20 some years. So I know what I need as far as writing. I know where I'm at, and it's a lot better than it was 10 years ago. And that's what I'm saying. As long as I'm okay, long as my craft is being perfected every day, I'm doing more and more and more. But not everyone has that much time in it, and not everyone has as much education in it. And that's all it takes. You want it, then you're going to fight for it, meaning you're going to put time in it. You're going to do the research. You're going to do the legwork. You're going to make the calls. You're going to get yourself out there. You're going to get your book cover made. You're going to get it sent out to publishers. You're going to research publishers. You're going to research editors. You're going to do all this. It's a lot of work. It's not just writing. It's not just writing. It's web design. It's all of that. It's not just writing. and not many people understand that, and it's okay. But you have to understand you're not going to survive long. So have a backup plan. That's my last bit about being envious, I guess. But that's basically it. I don't really have anything else to say on it. If I have to address it again, I'll address it again, but I will reference back this video because it's basically saying everything about how I feel about it. So, I hope this really helps somebody because, again, it is a common occurrence in our business and any creative outlet business. So it's not for the faint of heart. Even if people want to say, "Oh, you're just writing." Have you ever written an essay? It ain't easy. That's what one thing I say is that people want to say that it's so easy to just go and write. Oh yeah, I used to write poetry all the time. You're like, okay, did you have it published? Oh no, that's too difficult. Oh, I used to write. Okay. Did you used to edit your stuff too? How long did it take you to revise your poetry? Oh, I didn't revise. I just put it on paper. Put it in a notebook. That's different. You can write and have a journal and be fine. And then go have a career. You know what I'm saying? That's different. So, anyway, I'm pretty sure I'm going to come back to the subject later because it's, again, a common issue. And feel free to ask me any specific questions that you have on it. Because, again, not every story is different. And that's one of the reasons why I really wanted to make this channel, because everybody has a problem that really needs to be addressed by someone that no one, you don't know me, you know what I'm saying? So you'll never, if you want my advice, I'm here. Feel free to ask a question. I hope you guys are able to get some good information off this video because it's like 16 minutes of talking to the screen. I don't want it to go to waste. Alright, I gotta go take care of stuff before my kid comes home. So you guys have a great day, alright? Bye.